If you stop people pleasing, you won't become selfish. You won't become cold, but you might become honest, and that is scary. In today's video, we are going to talk about why women, specifically people please, what is the main reason why we're doing this in our lives, why we're doing this to ourselves, and of course, how to stop doing that. Make sure to stay till the end of the video because I'm going to share what helped me to make this big shift in my life to stop over giving and actually stop placing myself on that pedestal and become number one in my life. Before we start, hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Julia and I create this beautiful community of women where you are welcome to feel safe, welcome to look within and to understand what are you, what is the best for you and how you can change your life and start enjoying your life. So make sure to subscribe and please leave a comment and let me know, do you consider yourself a people pleaser or you are actually pretty good and you think you don't have this issue? Let me know, it's really important for me. All right, my dear, let's jump in and start with the first reason why actually women people please. And I think this one is the biggest one, and it's all about our nervous system. It's all about the way how we learned as kids, as children in our childhood to actually live, to feel safe. And here the reason why people pleasing for us is so natural, because for us living in this society, being a kid, being surrounded by our parents, we learned to be a nice, good girl, good child, always being, convenient, doing everything. So we are liked by others. And of course, that time for us, safety and pleasing others, being nice, equaled love. So we thought if we're nice, if we're doing everything like others want, we are going to be loved. So here is super, super dangerous for us to feel that if I say something that probably my parents not gonna love me because they expect from me to always be good girl, to always behave, to always be a people pleaser and place everyone else first but not myself. So of course, as always, roots are coming straight from the childhood, as you probably know by now if you've done any inner work in your life. So here we go. People pleasing, main issue is all in our heads and our nervous system. For us, being safe equals with being loved and being nice, being doing everything what our parents expect from us, means being people pleaser, pervert, surprise. So this is the first thing. The second thing, which is super important, of course, as well, and what I believe most of us are guilty with, is the fear of rejection. So what we think when we do something, for example, again, when we start placing ourselves first, not the person we would like to please, we are afraid we are going to be rejected. Because imagine this situation. Let's say you are with your loved one, with your partner, and of course, being a people pleaser and, always doing what he or she wants. And then suddenly you decide, okay, let me try and do different. Let me actually this time do what I want. So for example, let's say your partner always decides where you're going. So let's say you always go to the restaurants your partner likes. They always choose for you. They always make plans. They always organize everything. And then, of course, for them, it's pretty convenient because you, as a people pleaser, always say, yes, my darling, yes, my love, let's go where you want. I'm okay with that. But this time, it's not happening, right? So you finally decided, no, I want to go where I want. I want to choose the place. I want to try something new or go to my favorite place. So you tell them this, and then their reaction, let's face it, most likely gonna be like, wait a second, like, no, I want to go where I want, like we always do. Of course, for them, it's gonna be a strange surprise, might be unpleasant surprise. So they, of course, might start feeling a bit resentful, and there is a possibility there might be rejection. Of course, I don't mean they're gonna break up with you straight, but you know what I mean. There can be a little bit of, well, no, I don't like it. Rejection can happen. The fear of rejection is strong, and this is absolutely normal. So, this is just one of these simple examples. Of course, if you talk about your whole life, which is obviously much broader and a bigger picture, in that case, it's very different, and fear of rejection is much more real. So, this is normal, but the thing is, if you don't start putting yourself first, if you continue people please, you still might get rejected, because people actually, with time, also get fed up with people who always agree with everything and always follow, you know, what other people want. So let's say, as a man, for example, I mean, depends, of course, on a man, but let's say a real good man meets a girl and she always says yes, always follows everything he says to her. And so she's like a typical people pleaser without her opinion as well on top of that. I think any decent, intelligent person with time just gets bored with it. And just personally, I would get bored with that. And I would say, eventually, you know what? I feel like I'm the one who's leading everything. Like, I don't see any initiative from you. Okay, that's enough. It's over. So you see, the rejection can happen anyways. So why would you then give everything to the other person, but you don't receive anything yourself? So here we go. The moral of all of this: make sure you place yourself first and think what you want, instead of constantly people please because of fearing you are going to be rejected. And now let's talk about the next one, which we don't really talk much at all about, but it's all about feminine energy, and it's all about being soft. And often softness is considered as something weak, something being negative, something being bad, or, let's say not masculine enough. But the thing is, people pleasing is also associated with this, like, oh, soft, nice, convenient, a real lady, real woman, so on and so forth, right? Well, honestly. So here we go. You can be soft, but you can also at the same time place yourself as number one. Just be nice. Here we go. Surprise, isn't it? But it is true. You don't always have to be harsh, and you don't have to say, you know what, that's it. From now on, no people pleasing. I'm doing only what I want to do. That's it. It's over. No, you can use your feminine, beautiful, lovely energy, soft, nourishing, sensitive energy, and still, you know, let others know that you are the most important for yourself. And then everybody else. Let that sink in. You are the most important person for yourself. This is how it should be. This is how they always say, we all know this, on the plane, you have to place the mask first on yourself, then on your kid, not vice versa. That is important. So here, again, I repeat, you can be nice, you can be soft, you can be nourishing, and tell, let's say again, to your partner in a nice, kind way, hey, darling, you know what? I know you want to do this today. I understand, but I'm so tired, and I just feel disconnected from myself lately. I truly need me time today. Is that okay with you? And I'm sure if your partner is a normal person who loves you very much, they will understand. They will say, of course, my dear. I totally get you. Take that break, take that rest, take care of yourself. You don't have to go against yourself and people please them because you're afraid they're gonna be angry with you or they're gonna say goodbye or they're gonna leave you. No, you are number one. You have to take care of your energy first. This is super, super important. So remember that, okay? And now let's talk about the real fear, which is if I stop people pleasing, will people still love me? And this is completely understandable. And I think we all who are trying to stop being people pleasers eventually get to that. Eventually, we all start having this thought, if I start setting my boundaries and if I start letting people know that, okay, that's it, I'm actually done with people pleasing, you are afraid. They might say, I don't love you anymore. I don't need you this way. And I have to be honest and frank, I did lose some people like that in my life, specifically friends. And I must say, it was difficult, but right now, looking back, I'm so glad it happened because this thing really shows that who is your true friend, who loves you truly and happy for your success, happy for your inner transformation, or person is there just to use you and they just feeding on your people pleasing basically. So thank you for staying until the end of this video because this is the thing I actually wanted to share you the most, how stop being a people pleaser changed my life, and this is the shift I wanted to share with you. So when I realized that if I'm truly honest with myself and I place myself first, there is a big risk my life will change and people, close people to me, they will live my life as well. And the thing is, here you have to ask yourself whether you are willing to take that risk, choose yourself, or you live with this fear and you choose others, whether they are your friends, your family, your partner, your colleagues, whatever, your boss. So I took that leap of faith. I believed in myself and I realized I don't want to live my life in fear anymore. No matter how much I love people in my life, if I change, if I place myself first, if I do what I truly feel is the right thing for me, they, if they truly love me, they have to accept me the way I am, the new me. And if they cannot, if they still hoping and trying to see that old Julia who was following others and doing how they want, then there is a question I have to ask myself, do I need them in my life? And this way I lost a couple of friends, unfortunately. But again, looking back right now, I lost all friends, but I got new. And I'm much, much happier right now because I see that in my life now I have people who truly want to be with me, who truly care about me, who truly want me to grow with me, to heal each other, help each other, rather than using me and just, doing what they want and expecting for me to be a people pleaser. So here we go. I hope that helps. And I really hope this video was useful for you and made you think about yourself, about your circle of people you love, and question yourself. Am I a people pleaser first of all? And if I am, what can I do to change that? What a small step I can take to change that? And right now, please let me know in the comments. What is your first step? What can you do to change that? Because this is super duper important. Thank you, my love, and make sure to subscribe. Let's create this beautiful community. I want more women to be more assertive, stop being people pleaser, and finally live their best life. So let's do this. Let's help each other. Press thumbs up so algorithm pushes my video, and let's grow together. Lots of love. See you in the next one.